Greetings, young scientists. This is Mr. Overholt with the Winston-Salem Forsyth County Schools Science Department. Let's take an observation out the backyard. We are completely cloud covered. I see layers of stratus clouds keeping the blue hidden on the other side, keeping the sunshine from brightening our day too. Woke up this morning early and there was lots of thunder and lightning and heavy rain happening, so I know there were some good storms overnight.
So our family likes to garden, and so I've got my little friend Hoot the Owl here who likes to protect our garden from birds to come in. Also likes to keep the hawks away from our chickens. But in our garden I also have a rain gauge. So my rain gauge is kind of a triangular shape so that we can get down and see real precise as to what our measurement is. So last night's rain, we received about 4/10 of an inch of rain. So we're looking at a little bit more rain here last night than there was at Moore. So I just wanted to kind of give us a little bit of an update.
Let's go to the weather link data that we have at Moore Magnet Elementary School in the heart of Winston-Salem Forsyth County Schools. Currently we're at 57 degrees Fahrenheit. We're looking at our winds. The anemometer is not spinning. The wind vane on the windy map is telling us that the winds are coming from the west. We'll take a look at that in a minute. Our humidity is at 94%, which means that our sky, our atmosphere, our air outside is almost completely soaked up and saturated with water. That's why we're close to 100%. We're going to keep our eye on that and see if it continues to go up or stay where it is, or if it goes down. If it goes down, we will start to see some clearing skies today. We got 0.22 of an inch of rain in the rain gauge. We saw that there was a little bit greater than that in my rain gauge in my garden. Our barometric pressure is at 29 58 hundredths of an inch of mercury and falling rapidly. We're going to see what happens with that today. So we've had some storms and our pressure is getting lower, and we do have moisture in the air. That's where we got our big rains for today. So let's keep on moving. Let's check our comparison here. We are about 9 degrees cooler than yesterday. Our pressure has dropped substantially from yesterday. Remember I said yesterday I thought was a low pressure day, but we're down substantially lower than that, down almost 0.02 of an inch. Our winds are coming from the west. I got that from the windy map. Not having any winds right now. We did have precipitation at 0.02. That is the greatest rain that we've had going all the way back until the last week of March. So we haven't had rain in a while. So that's a good amount of rain for us to have. It is cloudy with stratus clouds, and it is calm and cool outside. Let's go ahead and look at the Weather Channel map. Yesterday we had a bunch of H's. Today we've got a bunch of H's and a bunch of L's. A bunch of high pressure way off in the west. We've got some low pressure around us. Here is our storm that came through this morning. That's pushing its way out. This was as of 6:15 this morning, so this is about to update again. They do that about every 2 to 2.5 hours. Actually, let me refresh my screen. It just may do it. Yep, there we go. There's this one is updated from 8:14. So there's that storm. It has pushed out. We're right about here in the map. So we do have a cold front that's getting ready to come through again behind it. So behind it is that cold air. So we were about 9 degrees cooler than yesterday at this point, and we've got cold air that's going to be coming through next. So that's where we're going to be seeing our wind direction change. Our wind vane should move, and we'll see that. And there's some cold air coming behind that we have behind it. Lots of emptiness behind there, but this is what I'm looking at next, ladies and gentlemen. This cold front right here is going to come through. There's some talk about some nasty weather over the weekend on Sunday. So we want to make sure that you are listening to your meteorologist on TV and on the news. They're the ones that really know their stuff. But be on alert for some nasty weather, possibly severe weather over the weekend. Check on that one as we go through the weekend conditions on windy.com. We can observe that we are seeing our temperatures in the 50s. Let's slide this over just a little bit to get to our area. We have increased in temperature a little bit since we first observed. We are sitting closer to the 60-degree mark. But we see that just off to our west, we do see these lighter colors, or the green colors, which tells us that's lower temperatures. So that cold front that we observed on the other map is located. So we're going to keep our eye on that one. Notice also that as we got to the end of the green, all of these wind lines are coming from the northwest. So that means that as that comes through, we're getting that northwest wind blowing the colder air down towards us here in North Carolina. Let's take a look at the pressures where we are, because we said we were in a lower spot. This is where our pressures, the worst of it is in the whiter area, as our key is showing us. So that's what's going to show us how things are moving. So I just want to, I'm curious as to what happens as I march through the timeline from 12 o'clock to 2 o'clock, and just to see how our pressures are changing to 3 or 4 o'clock. Not changing a whole lot throughout the day. Until we get into the evening and it starts to leave us, and we'll start to increase our pressure. That's something to watch on there. I'm curious what it looks like for our cloud cover throughout the day. Since I first started doing this, some of the clouds have broken up a bit outside, so we do have a little bit of sunshine peeking through. So as we move through our day, our clouds do break up some. So I'll bet you our humidity will have changed as well. Check that out. Our humidity does drop throughout the day, so we should have a decent day according to what this is looking at. Now, we talked a little bit about the severe weather happening over the weekend on Sunday. So we're going to look at, hit this back here, and let's look at rain and thunder. And we're just going to walk through our timeline here. Friday, we're kind of let this kind of roll out of here. Not much happening for us on Friday. And Saturday, it's Sunday when we're starting to have our areas of concern. It's this air mass that we have right here that is going to give us some fits. So as we see this, we hit there, we notice that the more intense areas of precipitation are happening off here into Texas, and it's moving pretty fast because that's what's going to come. And as it's coming, it is intensifying. So as we said before, be listening to the news and the weather meteorologists as you are in your homes over the weekend, because this is Sunday night, Monday morning, overnight. So this is about 2 a.m. That's when the pink and the heaviest of the stuff, according to this model. Flip over to the other model, just to be curious to what it's saying. So the other model has it a little bit later. So sometime during that time overnight, Sunday night into Monday morning, that's what they're looking at right now. Weather changes drastically, frequently. So don't take everything I'm saying here as the end all be all truth, but be listening to what it is that the professionals are saying, the meteorologists are saying on TV. Just giving you a heads up. Watch out for that's coming through. This is my last video until after spring break for you, so enjoy your spring break. Enjoy this weekend. Celebrate how you celebrate, but enjoy yourself. Be healthy, and we will pick up with weather talks after spring break. Remember, we do science well.